In a storm that tore through São Paulo's glass towers, three strangers found themselves linked by secrets that none of them expected to share. Isabela Mendes gripped her steering wheel as rain slashed her windshield. When her car lurched to a stop on the deserted highway, she thought she was alone until headlights sliced through the dark. A Rolls-Royce stopped behind her. Rafael stepped out into the rain and froze. It was his ex-wife, the woman who'd vanished 5 years ago, carrying secrets that could destroy everything he'd built. But she wasn't alone. And when the third figure finally emerged from her car, the truth would force them all to confront the past they'd been running from. The storm was just beginning. Before we dive into the story, comment below where in the world you're watching from. Rain pelted the windshield as Isabela pulled her Toyota into La Terrace's circular drive. The wipers struggled against the downpour. She checked the cracked mirror. Her blouse was still wrinkled from her morning shift at the dental clinic. Just a quick lunch with Rafael. He'd texted, "Meet me there at noon." Inside, crystal chandeliers cast rainbow prisms across marble floors. Piano notes drifted from the lounge. "Welcome to La Terrace." The hostess flicked her gaze from Isabela's scuffed flats to her thrifted floral print. "Do you have a reservation?" "Mendes." "For two." The hostess's smile tightened. "I'm sorry. That name doesn't appear to be—" "My husband made it, Rafael Mendes." A manager appeared, his silver tag reading Paulo Royce. He appraised Isabela like an unwanted house guest. "Ah, unfortunately we're fully booked." Isabela glanced past him. 15 empty tables gleamed in the afternoon light. "I see." Her voice came out smaller than intended. Paulo's lips pursed. La Terrace maintains certain standards for clientele comfort. Heat crawled up Isabela's neck. Her purse trembled against her hip. "I understand." She turned before they could see her eyes watering. "Thank you." Outside, the rain had intensified. She dialed Rafael's phone, voicemail, text message instead. "They refused me entrance at the Brazilian restaurant by the fountain. I'm sorry." No response. Of course, he was busy. Always busy. Isabela leaned against her car. The humiliation settled into her bones. Her mother's warnings echoed, "People like us don't belong in places like that." "But I'm married to Rafael now," she'd argued back then. "Marriage doesn't change blood, minha filha." The Rolls-Royce appeared through the rain like a phantom, its engine purring despite the storm. It glided past her car, then stopped. Isabela's heart stuttered. Rafael's driver emerged with an umbrella, opened the rear door. Rafael stepped out. In his navy Tom Ford suit, his jaw set. He surveyed the empty driveway, then spotted her against her car. "Bella." His voice carried authority that made strangers straighten their spines. "What happened?" "They said they were full." She wrapped her arms around herself. "I shouldn't have—" "Inside." He cut her off, extending his arm. They entered La Terrace together. Every head turned. The hostess blanched. "Mr. Mendes, we've been expecting you. Your usual table is—" "No." Rafael's voice dropped to ice. "You told my wife you were full." Paulo rushed forward. "There was a misunderstanding. Your wife's name wasn't clearly—" "Enough!" Rafael pulled out his phone, dialed without breaking eye contact with Paulo. "Carlos, the acquisition, triple the offer. We want controlling interest." Paulo's face drained of color. Rafael pocketed the phone. "By Wednesday, this restaurant will have new management. Pack your things." "Please, we can discuss this." "You judge my wife by her shoes." Rafael's smile didn't reach his eyes. "Now I judge you by your character, and I find it wanting." He turned to Isabela, who clutched his arm. "Let's go. I know a better place." "In Siu." The car, she remained silent until they pulled away. "You didn't have to do that." "Yes, I did." He finally looked at her. "No one disrespects my wife." "I embarrassed you." "Never." His thumb traced her palm. They embarrassed themselves. Back home, Isabela changed into her favorite sweater. Rafael had meetings until 9 p.m. She made coffee and opened her clinic notes. But the words blurred. 3 months later, Rafael handed her an envelope one morning. "What's this?" "La Terrace's new concept plan. The old management team is gone. New executive chef, updated menu." Her eyes widened. "You actually bought it?" "We," he corrected. "I put it in both our names." 50-50. I don't know anything about running restaurants. Neither did the previous owners, apparently. He shrugged. Learn if you want, or leave it to the managers. It's yours regardless. Isabella set the papers down carefully. Why? Because no one should ever make you feel small again. He kissed her forehead. Especially not in a place that now belongs to you. 6 months after that rainy afternoon, Isabella drove past La Terrasse in her Tesla Model S, Raphael's birthday gift. The building gleamed with fresh paint. Through the windows, she could see the lunch rush. She parked and entered, wearing her Dolce & Gabbana suite, her own purchase this time. The new hostess greeted her with genuine warmth. Good afternoon. Welcome to La Terrasse. Table for one, please. Of course. Would you prefer inside or on the terrace? Inside, by the window, as... Isabella settled into her seat, her phone buzzed. Raphael, how's our restaurant? Isabella, beautiful. The pianist is playing Mozart. Raphael, perfect day for it. Get the salmon. New chef nailed the recipe. She smiled and ordered the salmon. When it arrived, she savored each bite, remembering how far she'd come from that rainy afternoon. The waiter refilled her water. Is everything satisfactory? Perfect. She glanced at his name tag, João. How long have you worked here? 3 months. It's my first fine dining position. You're doing wonderfully. His face lit up. Thank you. This place changed everything for me. The new owners give us real training, good benefits. After he left, Isabella finished her wine. She'd learned something that day. Power isn't just about wealth. It's about using whatever influence you have to lift others. Her phone buzzed again. Raphael. Meet for dinner? Somewhere new? Isabella. Actually, let's stay at our place tonight. I have ideas for the autumn menu. Epilogue. 7 years later, La Terrasse. São Paulo opened its 5th location. Isabella wore her CEO badge through the grand opening, greeting each guest personally. When a nervous young woman in outdated clothes entered with her husband, Isabella remembered another rainy day. Welcome to La Terrasse, she said warmly. What an excellent choice for lunch. The woman's relief was palpable. Isabella guided them to a premium table by the waterfall. Raphael appeared at her side. You're thinking about that day, aren't you? Every single time someone walks through those doors, she kissed him. But I'm thinking less about revenge and more about belonging. He squeezed her hand. Good, because you never needed it. They did. That night, with their twin daughters asleep upstairs and the city lights twinkling through their penthouse windows, Raphael asked, would you change any of it, that day? Isabella considered. I wouldn't change the lesson, but I'd change how I responded. She smiled. I'd walk in wearing my courage like a designer dress, because that's what truly makes you beautiful. The rain began again outside, a sound that would always remind her of transformation. Sometimes our greatest humiliations become our most powerful catalysts, judged not by appearance, but by character. For in doing so, we define not only who others are, but who we choose to become.